God, dude. This thing's about to fold me. What the fuck? YouTube, what is up? We are back with another lower body day today. We're gonna run outside today. We're gonna hit some sprints. I think we're gonna hit some uphill sprints today, long uphill sprints today. Last week we had the short uphill sprints, some hops, some skips for distance downhill. I think the skips for distance downhill and the hops downhill kind of help my big ass like get a little bit of momentum and keep that elasticity with some of those hops. And I think when I was sprinting downhill, it felt a little bit too much Achilles, but the hops and skips felt decent on it, and it felt like I was a little bit more bouncy. So we're gonna do those downhill, hit long hill sprints uphill. We're probably gonna hit some broad jump variation, some projection-based variation outside, and then we're gonna come in here, we're gonna hit dunk variations and squats, and then we'll see what we got time for accessory-wise before we got league night tonight. Just had a talk with Tyler Irvine, who is a conference player, probably one of the best power hitters in the sport right now, and we're gonna kind of make a swing, like a fix my swing series. And it was unbelievably cool. I'm gonna post that whole like conference and video, but it was wild to see the levels of just knowledge from somebody. I was talking about this with one of my buddies, Kyle, who's been on the YouTube series before, but how there's a massive difference between being good at the sport and being a good coach and having the master of like being good at the sport and a good coach. And Tyler's the definition of both. And one of the things I've noticed with like really good players is they kind of don't really have answers because they're so in tune. They just like they don't have to think about it, right? So it's not coaching it because they're just feeling it, right? And that's an amazing piece to have as an athlete. But it's kind of tough as a coach. And some of the advice I was getting from them, I was trying it. It wasn't making sense. I was like, this is goofy. This is weird. And I thought I was just kind of a couple of reps behind or something like that. And showed Tyler a video of our swing. And he's like, yeah, that's not your issue at all. It's this. Try this out. And I did it right away, and it was an instant fix. So it's kind of cool. And it's a piece of advice. If you're struggling with something, get a coach for it, and it can probably help you out. So all that being said, let's go get to some sprints. I'll show you the sprints. Probably won't take my camera outside because you saw what happened last time I took the camera outside. So we'll take the iPhone outside there, do a little voiceover series for that, and then get in here and squat and dunk and get after it. Let's go. All right, for our little speed session today, we went back to the hill right next to the gym, this little sidewalk in front of this apartment place. This apartment place has to think I'm fucking crazy. I'm like skipping and hopping in front of them. Started off with some skips downhill. Again, I really like the elasticity piece. I feel like it gives me just a little bit more bounce, and I feel like my whole goal here with the skips and these hops is to float and relax down the hill. It gives me a little bit more bounce rather than if I'm on flat ground. I feel like I get a little bit too muscle-based. So we did some skips for distance and then some hops, fertile hops downhill. Then we did some sprints uphill, 3 total sprints here, just trying to accelerate. I don't even know how long this hill is, and I don't even want to think about it. Just trying to get some speed work done without having to like really overthink it, doing no sensors when the sun is out, getting some speed in. Forgot my shaker on that last one, so we went to go get that. Then we got some horizontal projection up here, broad jumps up the hill, ripping these. Let's go lift. So for these, we're just gonna add a little bit of variation to our dunks. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 3 seated jumps and then 3 sets of 3 band assisted dunks. Kind of just wanna get back into the ball handling piece of dunking, and I think small rim dunking is really helpful for that. I've been notoriously terrible at dunking off a dribble, so it'd be kind of cool to be able to get a dunk off the dribble, but also this gives you a goal for your jumps, makes jumping fun, which I think is really important. So we're gonna do some seated jumps here. 3 sets of 3. We'll continue to raise the hoop as we go. And in between the sets here, we'll hit our jumps or our squats, and then we'll come back, we'll hit 3 sets of 3 band assisted dunks as well. And we'll kind of just pair the squats and dunks together as we go. Not too complicated. Don't overthink it. Let's get it. Oof. 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 All right, we're gonna bump that rim up and hit a set of squats, and we'll keep banging back and forth. Let's go. With the dunks, we're gonna hit a max set of 3 here, or a heavy set of 3 with the safety squat bar, the transformer bar. Haven't used this bar in a while. I don't know why, it just hasn't been in the repertoire, but this bar is absolutely fucking sick. If you want an athlete to learn how to squat, this transformer bar, it's a lot of fucking money. It is, it really is. But for really tall athletes, you can really put in that goblet squat, get them as upright as possible, elevate those heels, and you can turn a shitty squatter into a beautiful squatter with this bar. But it does body you. It does not make it easy. It loads up. But you can go all the way like to a goblet squat, to a, I think it's goblet squat, front squat, safety squat bar, back squat. What's the other ones we got? Back squat, high bar back squat, low bar back squat, and then a hinge squat. So it's kind of a bar you can use for a lot of different loading purposes here. And it's cool because you can hit like a typical back squat with the hand assisted for an athlete that has a shoulder issue. Obviously, if you are a college strength conditioning coach or a high school strength conditioning coach, you're going to work with a lot of contact athletes. You're going to have a shoulder issue where the barbell isn't the best feeling on there. Safety squat bars are absolute money, but this is if you got the money, definitely upgrade here just to hit that, the more options that it gives you. So stop talking, start lifting, let's go. We're ripping the goblet squat version, so the most upright version of this squat. And honestly, I have no idea what it's gonna feel like. I haven't done it in probably a year with the goblet squat version of this, so it should be pretty fun. Let's get it. And we got third and final set of these jumps, raised it up all the way to the max. Should be a little bit more stimulating. Let's get it. Oof. Oof. Ew, no left hand finish for me. We're gonna finish on a make. We're gonna end with a make. Oh, that was gross. Ooh, easy. All right, we'll get the band assisted after another set of squats and go from there. Kobe. Oh, shit. Another set of squats. Let's rip it. Oof. 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 Feels like it loads it just a little bit weird on the back, but maybe it's just because we're not braced. Feels a little goofy, almost a fold forward, but stay tight, we'll rip it, let's go. We're gonna hit another set of squats before you guys get to see the most extra, probably most meaningless jump variation I've ever come up with, but it's pretty sick. It makes me feel cool. It was kind of fun on the dunks. We just hit our first set of it, but it's pretty extra. Let's get it. Oof. Oof. Man, I get bodied with safety squat bars. With a bar, you either like pull it down and drive against something. It's really hard to feel like you're driving against something with safety squat bars. Feels good. Feels like it's more of a leg drive. It's just the actual technique of driving up through it gets me. But feeling good. I'm gonna show you the most extra squat or jump variation of all time. All right, so this is the most extra jump variation of all time, dunk variation of all time. It's probably not amazingly helpful, but it feels cool. We got a double band here. Band's hooked up to the kettlebell here. Just the same band thing that we've done in the previous band assisted things. Put a little carabiner on there. Hooked it up to the belt here. So we can use both hands for the dunk. Then we take a little power step, band assisted dunks in here. It's pretty sick. Oof, just like that. I'm a stutter step master, and I was thinking this one might be really helpful for me to not do that stutter step and accelerate through. And it feels kind of cool, and it gets me dunking more. So we're just gonna keep ripping it. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Oh, I tried for the Yahtzee. Let's hit that one. Ooh, ooh, I lost my kettlebell. One more. Ooh, there we go. All right. So that'll be the most extra thing you see today on YouTube. And let's get back to squats. Here we go. All right, third set here, let's rip it. I actually have no idea what set this is. I don't know. Yesterday, I said third set 3 times on the cleans. Like, I just kept saying third set, and I had to cut that out because I sounded like an idiot. I'm like, what are you talking about third set, bro? Just automated, NPC mode. All right, let's get it. Oh my God, dude. This thing's about to fold me. What the fuck? Oof. Holy fuck. Oh, God damn. That goblet squat variation of that is no fucking joke, bro. That folds you all the way up. There's nothing to drive off of. Oh, might have to, I want more of a stim. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to go heavier without getting bodied. May hit a couple back offsets, rip a couple back offsets. That was crazy. The legs felt good. I just felt, I get it folded up with that bar. First time doing that goblet. Maybe I gotta take all the weights off to do it lower. Let's just hit some fives. We'll drop the weight, hit some fives, and get a better stimulus there. It was a little soft. Ended up bumping it back down 1 to the front squat. I would like to know if anybody's got the Transformers bar, how much their goblet squat bodies them if they do the goblet squat at the very top of it. Maybe it's just a super big deficiency in the core and back for me, but that was lighting up my back. I don't need that before softball. Just, I didn't really feel anything in the legs. I mean, it felt a little like good drive in the legs, but it wasn't like a good load in legs. It wasn't heavy enough for the legs, and my back was my limiting factor. When it goes goblet squat very high, it almost puts the weights on top and folds you forward. And again, not a bad thing. It's probably a good thing I should continue to work on, but again, another variation where you can build up to your max there and then go get some leg stimulus done later. But yeah, I kind of want to feel something in my legs before I end this leg day, and that one was more butt, more back, and just fold it over. So keep ripping here. Let's hit fives. Here we go. All right, another little set of 5E here. Let's get it. Almost died there. Oh man, feeling a lot better. I should have started with that instead of the goblet squat variation. Back is pretty fried from that first set. It does not feel super great, but the legs felt much better. We'll hit one more set there and get to some single leg RDLs. Oh, we're gonna be torched tomorrow from that set. Let's go. All right, last set here so that I can move the spine tomorrow. I should mention that back pain, back tightness, back pump doesn't necessarily mean something's wrong with the back, right? Sometimes it's literally just like a sore muscle, right? And when I'm doing a super heavy like load, like with my quads are gonna sore, my quads are gonna feel fatigued, my quads are gonna hurt, right? During the lift, after lift, whatever. Same thing with that back. Like it's just a heavy front loaded thing. Spine's gonna be loaded, I'm gonna feel it, I'm gonna feel pumped up from that. It's not gonna feel the best. Doesn't mean anything's necessarily wrong with the spine, right? Obviously if you have lasting pain or something there that doesn't feel right, maybe look into it. But I think a lot of athletes sometimes freak out about lower back pumps, lower back soreness. And there's a lot of times a difference between that soreness and that pain and an actual injury, right? Again, I'm not saying ignore everything. I'm just saying sometimes it's worth it. Just take a deep breath, see what you feel like the next day. Obviously, if you have numbness down the leg, we should look into something. But if it's something right away after a squat, it might just be that you worked your back a little bit more than it was ready for, or not even more than it was ready for. You just work your back, just like you work your quads and your biceps, and those get sore and fatigued, your back does the same thing. So let's get it. Here we go. There we go. All right, that felt better. Didn't feel amazing. Should have probably started on that one. It's all right, solid. We're gonna hit some single leg deadlifts and then get out of here, get the league. Let's go. We're just gonna finish up today with these lateral single leg landmine deadlifts, RDLs, feel like money, get that glute working, get those hips working, and that hamstring working. So nice money maker here. Just red lighted the back for 10 minutes, feeling like a new fucking man. Let's go. 5 of them. Whee! Gonna have to go heavier on these. But. Nice. That glute, this is a glute that's been kind of pulled and tweaked for a little bit. And that one feels it on those, but should be able to get 2 more sets in. Let's go. All right, set number 2 here. Let's rip. Oof. 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 Ooh. A little spicy. Not really sure how I'm gonna add more weight on. I think I might run out of room here, but we'll figure it out. Alec Lennis had 4 big plates on here, and 3 is kind of maxing my limit. I might have to go like single arm here. We'll try that out actually, see how that works. Oof. 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 Yeah, I need one of those like bar extenders, bro. I'm running out of room, running into the bar. We'll do 1 more set. I'll figure out a way to load it up, and we'll go from there. Let's go. For the life of me, I could not figure out how to put on another plate without it giving me no room. I even tried to strap it. It looked like Alex Lenny's just strapped and went around. But I got these like figure 4 straps, and it was not able to, like, didn't allow me to pull. And then I even tried to do here, and then I had I even needed like a weird strap setup, and it just, like, the strap setup, it was like there was no range of motion. It was too easy. So I have no idea how they set that up. I'm probably just gonna buy one of those extra handles so I can be able to rip those. But threw a 10 on, should be able to get both my hands on here. Let's rip. Let's crush my foot. Oh, this is an awkward ass lift. Not a bad lift, but awkward. Running out of interest with it. Here we go. All right, I gotta get going to softball, otherwise we're gonna be late. Let's talk in the car. Let's go. All right, YouTube, that is the day. We're gonna celebrate with a sugar-free root beer. So good. And we are gonna go rip some BP. We're gonna work on some of the stuff Tyler Irving told me to work on yesterday, which is really opening up that stance. Some of the stuff he talked about with my hips was absolute money. I tried it in league yesterday and hit absolute frickin' nukes. So we're looking forward to doing that again, which would be sick. And it's crazy how just like simple fixes to the problems you've been having, and just an outside perspective. I think that's one of the beautiful things about a coach. And again, experimenting with some different coaches and some different coaching philosophies is the just different ideas, like the different way to look at the swing, the different things to try. Again, it's not certain drills that work for everybody. It's not one perfect biomechanical model. It's the biomechanical model that works for you. And many times that's established through like 17 different biomechanical models that you try. And I think a lot of athletes kind of get trapped in one certain biomechanical model, one certain coaching philosophy, because it's what a coach has pushed onto them. And again, to the coach's credit, it's pushed onto them because it's worked for them before. It's either worked for themselves as an athlete, it's worked for themselves with previous athletes. But I just think that's one of the biggest flaws we have in our coaching world is just because it works for one person doesn't mean it works for everybody, right? And I think a lot of times we get lost in our own sauce. We get lost in the survivorship bias of our coaching and really do not understand that certain people need different cues, right? And even Tyler did an amazing job of talking about how if you're a 6'6" guy, you get away with a lot more in your swing than if you're a 6'2" guy, and just the physics of that swing and the lever arms that you have and how much torque you can put on the ball and how much power you can put through the ball. So I thought it was really cool to like listen to him and get some outside perspectives on the swing and try some of it out. And again, the Bruce Lee quote, which is always money. I know it's overused, but it's like, take what's useful, disregard what's not, right? And just continue on your athletic career and your coaching career in that way. I'm gonna try some of those new biomechanical models out, some new coaching principles out, some new swing principles out today, and see if day 2 they stick a little bit more. We're gonna get there at 7:37. League starts at 8:15. I go to a field like right down the street from league, so I should be able to get like 2 rounds of BP off the tee and hurry up to the fields and get there right at time of the game, and should be able to try a couple things out before we get there. And then tomorrow we got a full BP session. It is Gilman Days week. I'm pretty pumped about that. I get to go back home and hopefully win a championship for the hometown team. So excited for that. That's what we're training for. Probably it'll be interesting to see what training looks like the rest of the week. As I'm going home, it's my brother's birthday on Thursday. We're gonna go watch Deadpool, so I'm pretty excited about that. My family's a big movie family. We love watching movies, so we're gonna go watch the release of that one and probably get some food. So looking forward to that, but we'll see what kind of training looks like. We should get a good training day in tomorrow before we leave. Friday, I'll be back home, hopefully find a gym, hopefully find something. But the YMCA back home does not like you recording there, so it's going to be interesting. I might have to go like to the we could go to the boxing gym again and crush that, but that guy didn't really love me recording either. So we'll figure it out, but it'll probably be an upper body ripper, stay fresh. We'll have a home run derby on Friday night. I'll get some content there, and then the tournament Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully we come back victorious and glorious. So appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys putting up with me, and the mic dying yesterday, I apologize for that. I didn't even know what happened. I yapped all day, every day about AMRAPs yesterday for like 15 minutes, and then it didn't even record anything. So might have to redo that rant one day, but hopefully you got the gist of it. I know today wasn't as spectacular. I don't even know what I talked about today, but hopefully there was something worth taking in this video. Some days, like, I spend all my energy before the video. I spend all my good ideas. I write them all down, and then I get here and I'm like, oh, my brain is blank. So we'll probably have to get a little bit better at like maybe having a point coming into the videos, but I also like the organicness of just being able to talk and come up with some of the thoughts. But I really want to branch out of the training world and talk about some of the things that I think about all day, every day, and some of the woo-woo-y things and some of the philosophy-based principles. And I feel like sometimes I get trapped in the training game. Not really trapped in the training game, but I'm just training. So I'm thinking about training and I'm talking about training instead of talking about some of the other life things I come up with on my spirit walk. So I'll try to find more of a balance of that and continue to grow in these videos, but I appreciate you putting up with what we got today, and let's chop some wood. Let's go get it tonight. Let's go.